So live out your dream. Do you guys mind if I started out the video with the story? Just a quick little story, it won't last that long. So there was this kid and he had like some really awesome parents. His parents supported him in everything that he did. This kid was good, he was a good kid, he got like good grades in class and he was always doing his thing. He was always like being nice to the teachers, he always did good things. And he had a really good future ahead of him. And he had so many dreams, so many goals. And he wanted to accomplish so many things. At one point he wanted to be a police officer, at one point he wanted to be like a firefighter. I don't know why he wanted to be these things. He grew older and he didn't really want to be these things. He found out what like how they are, how they acted. Figured out that hey, I don't want to be that anymore. So this kid keeps getting older and older and he gets like this teen years and then he graduates high school, he goes off to college and gets into college and he started making bad choices and was like, yo, what the heck, what am I doing with life? What is really life? Like, and all those dreams were kind of crushed. He didn't really follow through with any of the dreams that he had and his life was pretty much nothing. He really didn't have anything to live for. He didn't know what he wanted to live for. And it was tough for him. He didn't know like any way out of like this mind state of what do I do with my life? Why am I here? What's my purpose? What are my goals? Do I even have goals? And you know, it's the same kid inside of him, but he just forgot who he really was. That was like, okay, I want to be all these things when I get older. I want to be this when I'm older. I want to be whatever when I'm older. I want to be all these things. He had all these dreams, all these goals, and all these visions of what he wanted to be, how he wanted his life to be, and he wanted to do all these things. He wanted to be successful. He wanted to make his parents happy. He wanted to support his parents at some point. He wanted to, like, you know, the typical, I want to buy my mom a car. I want to buy my mom a house. Help my dad retire. I want to pay for everything for him, you know? He had all these dreams. Time goes on and he still couldn't figure out his purpose. He started becoming like a bad kid, a bad person, not even a kid no more. He's out of college and he just became like a bad person to society, you know, what people look at from the outside looking in. And of course he got in his head and was like, nobody likes me, why am I here, there's no point for this. And his life completely turned around. And it's pretty sad when your dreams die. I can understand that because your dreams can be revived, your visions can be revived. One thing is like, when you're dead, when your physical body is dead, you're gone, like you're gone. So your body is the only thing that really naturally can't be revived. Spiritually can, but that's a whole nother story. But speaking about the world, like once you're gone, you're gone. People really don't realize that. People don't sit down and think like, when I'm gone, I'm gonna be gone, you know? So this kid that had dreams, had goals, grew up and died, you know, like that happened, and all of his dreams and all of his goals and all of his visions went into the grave with him. There's one thing that my pastor said, and he said, I'll put it like this: one of the most expensive things is a cemetery. Why? Because there is so many dreams, so many visions, so many businesses, so many things that got put away into the grave that didn't even get to make it and manifest in real life. So this is insane. Like, if you don't really live out your goals, your visions, your dreams are gonna get buried with you. So live out your dream. In that little story, it was just like a story about pretty much a lot of people who give up on their dreams. And I'm touching on this because I was watching a video today and it shook me big time. I'm just gonna give you my thoughts on this whole thing and how I feel about it, because that's why I have this channel, you know, I'm giving you guys my thoughts. So I seen this video, something that shouldn't have been on Facebook, on the internet, recorded at all, published at all. So it's a video of this man getting shot and he ended up dying in the video. Like, it doesn't make sense that that should be published. And people were liking it. People liked the video, like, you know how it says like, they liked it, thumbs up. That doesn't make any sense. You're liking someone's death? I seen someone comment too and they said, like, they were joking. They responded in such a joking way. And I'm like, how do you joke about someone's life ending? They were a bad person. They had bad intentions the moment they died, you know? They were trying to do something else. And like, I'm not gonna tell you the whole story of what happened, who shot who and what happened, but their intentions weren't all there. But that just goes to show that their mind wasn't in the right mind state. They weren't living the life they're supposed to be living. Yeah, he got shot and then he died in the video and people are liking it, commenting. So first and foremost, this stuff shouldn't be getting published. It does. I can't control that, but it happens. It can get published, but our reactions, we can control our own reactions. If you are in the situation to where you see something like this, do you think it's really a positive thing or a good thing to comment or like these videos so that they get spread even more? I personally don't think that is. It really does suck how bad things go viral. People love drama. People love when people die. This is pretty bad, but people like bad things. They like to see these bad things and like to spread it. And don't get me wrong, like none of this is natural things. You know, the devil's behind this working. And like there's I can keep going on and on, but it's like there's so much that can be said, but there's so much that really doesn't need to be said. The biggest thing is I'm watching this and I'm like, first off, this shouldn't be here. And then second off, those people are commenting and liking the video. It doesn't really make sense to me. And it's like people I know, you know, it's like, what the heck? It is weird how these things come about. Some people are ignorant. They just don't know. and some people just don't know any better. I do understand. I understand other people's standpoints. It does suck to see, but it's one thing that I don't ever want to be involved with. That's why I'm hardly on my social media. I'm hardly ever on Facebook, because Facebook is literally nothing for me. I just have a bunch of memories on there. Snapchat, I'm never on Snapchat really, only to answer questions. This shook me. It shook me to see someone dying on camera. And some people are probably like, yo, you watch it on a video, someone just died on a camera. Like, what's the difference between if I were to die right here on camera and you watched it? What's the difference in that than me being there in person? You know, it's not really a difference. I mean, there is a difference, but it's like, I'm still witnessing something that I shouldn't be seeing. And it's like, what the heck? I don't like surrounding myself by this stuff. And I wanted to express my feelings toward these things, because I know I really don't spread this kind of stuff or talk about this stuff, but I want to talk about it in a way that can actually benefit some other people if they don't know what to do in that situation. I know that may seem weird, like you may not think, but there's a lot of people out there who don't know what to do in these situations. Like, what the heck? Do I like the video? Do I comment? Is it even right for me to comment? A lot of people just don't know. My perspective is like, respect other people. Like, that's not respecting that person. Imagine if you got shot and killed and your video's on Facebook. You're not being respected whatsoever. People are gonna remember how you died. They're not gonna remember your life really. Well, people who, I don't know. See, the thing is, I don't know anything about that guy I watched get shot and killed. I don't know anything about him. So it's really pointless to me. But I do have a day to fill up and do cool things, so I'm really just getting off the subject. I just want to express that to you guys. But besides that, thank you for showing me love. I'm glad that you guys show me the right love. I'm glad that my supporters are awesome. I'm glad that the Great Fam is so awesome, man. I'm very grateful for the Great Fam. But let's get today started. I actually have to, but I really have to get started on this table. You guys see me working on it on yesterday's video, which this kitchen was so dusty, but it's better now, kind of. I cleaned up. Kind of. There still needs to be more cleaned, but let's get today started. I'm making a different move right now. Move that I haven't made in a while, or I've never done this before. I'm shooting photos for a graduation tomorrow. So yeah, I'm shooting graduating class photos, single photos, faculty photos, like all the photos you can think of that go into a graduation. But that's all happening tomorrow. So today I'm just going to the rehearsal, and then I'll see you guys right after the rehearsal.
Okay,
He's
so
gonna
he
go
goes back.
home.
Yes.
Keep going.
Yes. Okay.
It's either going to fill in.
Stop in the name of love.
What's up, Tony? We're just shooting a video.
How's it looking here? Okay, so it's been like 3 hours. But yeah, it's been 3 hours. I think, if not 3, then it's been 4 that we were in rehearsal. And mostly just, we rehearsed for a while, and then it was just walkthroughs pretty much. And then I'm excited for tomorrow. I actually pay for my food, but then I also had to set up lights. But I'm gonna pay for my food, because man, I'm hungry. Bought me and Candace some food.
Hello, 11:16. Okay. Anything else?
Thank you.
Have a good night.
But it's the end of the day, man. Just kidding. It's the next day. And boy, do I have to get started. Today's one of those days to where it's like, yo, I've been really going really hard this whole week, waking up at 6 in the morning. And today I slept in because, I don't know, I was just super wore out. And I'm trying to get to that schedule to where I wake up at 6 in the morning, and then I'm good with that. But still a process, still working on it. It does take a while to actually develop like that kind of habit and that routine. So I'm still gonna keep working at it. Other than that, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hope you guys learned something from it. And if you guys did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you guys are not already. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys have an amazing day. Matter of fact, have a great day. Peace out and God bless.